Everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski, 321 Sportscast, and I'm here at McClarty Park today, and I'm here with Brandy Coffey. And Brandy has a very unique story to tell. As you know, we here, in fact, I'm actually wearing the bracelet, who we play for in the heart screenings, Sean Sema and Evan Ernst, and the great job that those guys are doing for this cause. Brandy, that reality hit home recently for you. Take us through the story with your son, Chris, who plays for the Rockledge Intermediate 50-70 League.
Yeah, hi, Alan. It sure did because, we got the notice that we had to do the mandatory EKGs for all the sports. So I took both my kids and we went to Edgewood on June 6th. And, it's no big deal. Hook you up, you're done, you leave. You're just getting on with the rest of your summer. And not 3 business days later, Nemoris called and was like, you need to come in.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, it's probably a false positive. Can you just send us to the Melbourne clinic? And they're like, no, you need to come into Orlando. He needs to not play. He needs to not practice. He needs to not get his heart rate up in any way until we can see him.
Wow. So you go over, you see them. What do they tell you?
Basically, they describe that he has a Wolff-Parkinson white pattern, which means there's an extra electrical pathway that can trigger arrhythmias with the heart where the top and bottom of the heart don't sync properly, and kids drop dead from this.
So, obviously these mandatory screenings, the EKG, this is something you probably never would have known otherwise.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, unless there was some other reason to get it. I mean, this kid has played hard since he was 4 years old, playing football, playing baseball, running around, sky zone, just being a kid. Yeah. And at any one of those times, it could have been disastrous.
And I can tell you from having personally seen Chris play, he is one of the top athletes in his age group in this county. There's no doubt about that. How did he take the news, and what procedure was done to fix this so he could get back out here and practice again?
Well, he took the news pretty good. I'm sure that there was a part of him that was a little unsure of what was happening, but his big concern is, when can I play again? Let's get it done so I can play again. And what they did is they went in through the femoral arteries and through the IJ and or femoral veins. I'm not a doctor anyway. And they pull sheaths and they basically go into the heart with these wires and recreate the EKG on the heart.
Wow.
They find where that extra electrical pathway is, and then they use a radio frequency to ablate it, to destroy that tissue.
Wow.
Then they check the EKG again while they're still in there, and his actually showed a second pathway. That was on the other side of the heart. So they had to take a little wire and kind of bore through there and ablate the other side as well. And then they do the EKG again, or do the mapping again, and it all looked good. And came out. It took about 3.5 hours.
How long ago did he have this procedure done?
Last Wednesday.
And here we are 1 week later, and he's back out on the field practicing. Is he cleared to play? Can he play?
Yes, he was clear to return to everything as of this last Monday. They asked him to wait till today to play catcher, because with the squats and the punctures where they pulled the sheaths, they just want to make sure that was all healed. He's good to go. He'll go back in 30 days for another echo and EKG. If that's good, we go back in 6 months. They talked about maybe coming back in a year, maybe dismissing after that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Brandy, God bless you and your family. I mean, what a crazy ordeal that is, an ordeal that we're glad to see Chris back out on the field. You get to go to St. Augustine this weekend. He gets to resume his athletic career. What advice would you have for parents out there that may feel like something like this, is an issue, a problem, or whatever?
Well, definitely make sure you're talking to your pediatrician. Make sure you're talking to the people that you need to, that know what's best for your child. If your child is displaying symptoms, Chris had no symptoms. He had no irregular heartbeat. He had no flutters, nothing like that. If your kid is displaying symptoms, go to the pediatrician, get the referral, push for the answers. If you're offered a cheap or free EKG, it hurts zero to do it.
And again, who we play for, Evan Ernst and Sean Sema, and what a great job. This is the story you want Sean Sema to share on his Facebook page, not the ones where the young student athletes are dropping down. We're going to talk to Chris here in just a minute. Brandy, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Alan, for letting us get the word out.
As promised, I'm here with one of my favorite athletes in Brevard County, Chris Coffey. Chris, buddy, you've been through an ordeal here over the last couple of weeks. First of all, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about you as a player because I really like the way you play ball, football, baseball, all of it. But I got to ask you, you find out you got this thing going on with your heart. Mom said you took the news pretty good. How'd you take it?
I mean, I just kind of wanted to get it over with,
Right.
just like get to play baseball again.
Well, I think you're pretty brave. I mean, you just had this procedure done last Wednesday, and you're back out here on the field this Wednesday. Were you scared, nervous? Tell me about it.
No, like I wasn't really nervous. Because like she said, like people go to college for 10 years plus to work on what I have.
Right.
So I wasn't really nervous. I just wanted to get back out on the field.
And here you are back out on the field, and did you feel any different? You just feel normal?
I feel normal.
All right, tell me about your team. You're going up to St. Augustine this weekend. You're back. First of all, what position do you play?
Catcher.
All right, he's a heck of a catcher, too. Tell us about your team.
Like we work really good, but our outfield needs some work. I mean, we hit. I mean, when we get our bats going, we're unstoppable. Like we haven't lost any game this season.
So you're ready to go to St. Augustine for 2 games and bring back 2 wins, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Chris, I got to tell you, man, you're a brave little guy or a brave guy. Forget the little, because most big guys don't go through what you go through and get back out on that field like that. Would you have any advice for anybody out there your age that may go through something like what you went through?
I mean, just trust the system.
Trust the system. How about that? How old are you again?
12.
And where do you go to school?
Anderson.
All right, let me just ask you some personal questions real quick. Do you play video games?
Yeah.
What's your favorite video game?
MLB The Show, probably.
Okay. I dig it. And do you have a favorite TV show or movie or anything like that?
All American.
All American. Okay. And what about favorite food? Got a favorite food?
Burgers, probably.
Big burgers. That's right. Like his dad likes those big, juicy, thick burgers. Chris, thanks so much for taking a couple of minutes with us here, buddy. And good luck this weekend, man. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
For Chris Cofer, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for 321 SportsCast.